A pair of major energy projects are expected to bring major economic opportunities to the Northwest. They were among the topics of discussion at this week's Prosperity Northwest trade show in Thunder Bay. Officials working on the East-West Tie and North Shore liquefied natural gas projects were on hand at the Chamber of Commerce hosted event. The LNG projects is a collaboration of 5 municipalities along the North Shore. If approved, gas delivery systems will be installed in each of the communities so the fuel can be delivered by truck. Marathon CAO Daryl Schwarczynski says bringing natural gas to the town will save residents about 70 cents on the dollar compared to current energy costs. And he hopes it will also bring industry to Marathon.
When they build a business plan and base it on a certain energy number, and it's double or triple that, it becomes uneconomic, especially when you look at natural resource sector like forestry. So we think this can be a real game changer in terms of attracting those businesses that maybe previously would have kicked the tires and kind of moved on down the road.
Meanwhile, construction is set to get underway this summer on the long-awaited East-West Tie transmission line from Thunder Bay to Wawa. It'll bring added energy capacity to the region, paving the way for future mining projects and other industries to move in.
I've got pretty much a lineup of mining companies and forestry companies and that LNG project that Daryl was talking about as well. Excited for the amount of megawatts to end up on the system, right? So once we have the megawatts, the generation, then we can start powering the mining and the forestry, any other economic growth.
The East-West Tie is expected to come online in October 2021. The lack of progress in developing the Ring of Fire led to a heated debate at Queen's Park this past week. Liberal MPP Michael Gravel asked for a progress update from the Ford government on the proposed access roads through Webequie and Martin Falls First Nation. But what he got from the PCs was a verbal attack on Gravel's former Liberal government.
Speaker, in that the building up of infrastructure is so crucial to opening up the Ring of Fire, I'd like to ask the Premier where those environmental assessments are at, whether these roads will lead to the Ring of Fire, and finally, Speaker, when will we see shovels in the ground? Thank you.
I recall the first time I flew to the Ring of Fire, there were 240 men and women working there, delineating the ore body, tents everywhere, drill rods. One company had spent $700 million. My 5th trip to the Ring of Fire, nothing. 5, 6 people left just to keep it alive. They lost faith in the Liberal government, who made nothing but promises, never had any intention of ever developing 1 inch in that Ring of Fire. We will deliver the $60 billion worth of ore that's trapped in the ground, and we will deliver those jobs to the people of Ontario.
Ground has been broken on a site in Fort Frances where the OPP will soon have their new detachment. The service has been in their current building since 1996, under the same roof as the town's civic center and fire hall. The construction site for the 18,000 square foot building is in close proximity to the town's water tower along the shores of Rainy River. It's a part of a $180 million investment by the province to build 9 new OPP detachments. Commander Nathan Schmidt says the new, larger building will provide them with space for both local and regional resources.
This new building is going to assist us with is that it will create us more room, create us more opportunities. It'll have newer interview rooms, for example, newer SOCO rooms for identification. So it'll be more the state-of-the-art than what we've been currently working under.
The new detachment along Colonization Road is currently slated to be complete and opened by September of next year. Many municipalities already stream council meetings via a webcast or through local community television services, but the City of Dryden could become the leading edge of council meeting attendance and procedures in the near future. Changes last year in the Municipal Act will allow for mayors and councillors to attend meetings remotely. It's something that many sees as an option for municipal politicians who often have to travel to attend conferences and lobby for their communities, but will still allow them to participate in scheduled meetings. However, City Clerk Deborah Kincaid says there are still some details to iron out.
Council can attend meetings remotely with the policy and procedures put in place. They do not count as towards quorum, however. The Act puts that prohibition in there. And it's up to council to determine two things. One, whether they count for attendance, in particular with regard to the Municipal Act's requirement for not to miss 3 successive month council meetings, and as well as whether or not they're allowed to vote.
Kincaid says they are looking to bring the new policies and procedures forward this month with full implementation this fall. And that'll do it for this edition of Northwest Newsweek. I'm Nima Rajan. Have a great day, everyone.